Is cable the answer to what so many say is poor TV?
Well, I sure hope so. Something's got to be the answer to it. I mean, something's got to bust it up. It's kind of like a big ice flow, you know. Something's got to crack through it. You know, I met Ted Turner the other day.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, I'm doing something on his network. A few specials that are sort of narrating something.
Tell me about your impressions of
well, it's like suddenly walking out of the cabin of a sailboat and being hit with a 50-knot gust of wind.
He is something.
He is really a great force. He has a wonderful magnetism, has a tremendous, like he really takes a hold of you. And I mean, he doesn't physically take a hold of you, but I mean, you're on. You know, you better come up with something, answer something, say something. He's a very intimidating kind of person in that respect, but if you make up your mind in advance, having known that he probably is, that you try real hard not to be intimidated, it can be fun. I had a lot of fun with him. And also, I'm a sailor. I managed to get that in. So
you guys must have something to talk about.
Of course, he's done a few things.
Oh, has he? Speaking of sailing, you were telling me a story. Now, you have a 40-foot sailboat.
Yeah.
What do you call it, the sloop?
Sloop. It's a single-masted boat, yeah. The name of the boat is Yankee Tar.
Everybody thinks that they just get on one of those things and it just goes.
Yeah, read books and
but
relax.
It's not that easy. You were saying you were between Pango and Hawaii, and you were alone on this boat, I can't imagine, and something occurred?
Yeah, I was sailing I was going to take the boat alone from Pango. We sailed to New Zealand the past couple of years and back in stages. And I was going to bring the boat to Honolulu alone because of various things that happened. The guy I usually sailed with had to leave and everything. So I started out, and I was starting the morning of the third day, and I'd been in the gale for a day and a half or two. And I woke up after 3 hours sleep at 6 in the morning, and the boat felt funny. I was in the aft cabin. It has a center cockpit with an aft cabin and a cabin forward, and everything was locked up because the waves were getting pretty high. And boat felt funny, so I finally got up and went forward, and I had water in there, and went forward, and had glass all over the place. And I have portholes in the side of my boat, not up on the deck, but in the side, and they go underwater when the boat heels, and a wave had apparently come along and just wiped one out.
Oh, wow.
So I had water jumping in, and so I had to patch it up and decide what to do. I still had over 2,000 miles to go, and I had 9 other portholes in the side of the boat. And this is 18-year-old safety glass, which apparently is getting brittle. So I turned around. I was 329 miles out, and I turned around, went back to Pango.
How long did it take to go those?
It took 7 days altogether. Because,
no, the 329 miles.
So I was making great time. It took me 2 days and a little less than 20 hours to make 329 miles. I'm making a real good course. But then I had to
repair it.
Well, I had to stop and heave to because I was afraid to expose the portholes to these waves. It was getting bigger, and the gale went on for altogether four days, the longest gale I've been in. Not a big gale, but the seas were big and breaking. So I hove to that means stopped the boat for about 24 hours, and I drifted 39 miles to the northwest in that time. And I was losing what you call your easting. I mean, you're sailing, you have to get upwind to come down to something. So I had gone east of Pango. I needed to stay east of it, and I was losing. I was getting swept past Samoa, so I couldn't sail real close to the wind, especially with this porthole being underwater on a port tack. So I was worried there for quite a while. I was going to get swept past Samoa, so where I could make it, and I'd have to try to pick out some of these little atolls to land on, or maybe go all the way to the Fijis, about 1,000 miles. But I finally made it back to Pango.
What goes through a guy's mind when are you just too busy to think about the danger?
You're very busy, and you do get scared when things happen, when you see the waves getting bigger. Mostly you get scared because you don't know if it's going to get much bigger. If it's okay now, but you think, will it get worse? It's a terrific experience dealing with that kind of apprehension and anxiety. You learn all your weak points. I single-handed in a race from San Francisco to Kauai. 22 days, I lost 20 pounds. I was racing. This time I was going to try to just take it easy and not race. I only got about 2 hours sleep a night in that race 2 or 3 years ago.
Lost 8 pounds a day or better.
Yeah, and I just worked myself to death, And it was a phenomenal experience. The experience is not just physical. The major part of the experience is mental. You're dealing with your mind. You're trying to keep your mind in place. to keep your mind whole and clean and healthy, even though you're not getting enough sleep. And your judgment becomes warped very easily.
Is it true you've hallucinated while sailing?
Yeah, I hallucinated once when I was in the... you had to qualify for this race by sailing, I think, 300 miles nonstop, 100 miles offshore at least, and you had to do, you know, that. And anyway, I was trying to make it, and I was pretty much up for, 3 days and 3 nights. And on the third night, I was coming back. I went out beyond San Nicolas Island, 130 miles or something out, and I was coming back, and I was coming past Santa Barbara Island. It was getting dark, and I see all these lights in the sky, and I thought I saw a flying saucer. I really saw this thing coming down, 2 of them at first, coming down, hovering over the water, going up. And I was busy, and it sounds funny to say, I was too busy sailing to really... I couldn't put much serious attention on it. I was trying very hard to keep my boat going, with little wind and changing sails, so I was talking to him, I said, look, fellas, okay, you're flying saucers, but I'm very busy here, so go fool around with somebody else. So I came into shore, and I was trying to get a little sleep through the shipping lanes, and I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I came out of the hatch, and I was somewhere off Zuma Beach, maybe about 5 miles off. And I come out.
You actually let the thing just go and go down and sleep?
Yeah, well, you time yourself. You see, the trick of the whole deal is I had a little kitchen timer. And I'd time every 15 seconds to wake up, look around, see if there's a boat, okay? And when I got home from this experience and told a friend of mine, Peggy Slater, a lady who's been sailing here for many years, wonderful, and she's sailed single-handed a lot, and I told her about it. She said, Hal, you were hallucinating. I said, no, it wasn't, Peggy. It was really a flying saucer. I saw this whole boat sitting right there, a big schooner. And when I got in the mail 2 days later from this little publication about sailing, an article written by a doctor from the medical center in Houston asking single-handed sailors to send in any experience they had of hallucination. He'd been working on single-handed sailors, and the way to hallucinate was to let yourself sleep for only 15 minutes and then wake up, because you never get the rapid eye movement, you never get to dream, and after a while you dream while you're awake.
So you did it right on schedule?
I did it. Yes,
did you write him? Did you send him that experience?
No, I guess I should have.
Oh, you should. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Always wonderful to talk.
Thank
we didn't
you.
get to say what the projects were with Mr. Turner. He might be upset if he's watching.
We'll find out.
You'll find out, Ted. We'll let you know.